So you're going to log into your eSuite with your login number and password. And I always tell people to just look around and get the feel for the eSuite. It can take you a little bit to learn that, and it's going to look crazy and overwhelming because there's all these reports, there's training tabs. I tell everybody to start with the training tab. Click the training tab, and there's little videos that are going to go through a lot of important stuff, like how to get to Ruby, and it's just a really good one. So go through the training videos, and then you can make sure your auto ship is set up. We'll get into that first because that's really important. Now, when you sign up, it usually, doesn't it automatically put 2 wraps now? I think so. And you can change it if you want to. But you can go into your auto ship at any time and change. Hold on, let me mute everybody. Okay. You can go into the auto ship, change it to any time up until the 25th of the month, and you can use any products you want, but you want it to be an 80 BV auto ship or more, and this is how you're going to be commission qualified to get paid. Now, it's really important. We could talk about why running your auto ship is so important forever. I'm just going to go in from experience. I used to think I didn't have the money to run an auto ship, and it hurt me because at the end of the month, if you don't have the money to run your auto ship and you think, you get wraps in your kit that you can sell and put that money back towards your auto ship. You have to put money back into your business to a point. Now, this is a business we can run with very low overhead, and that's buying your $99 kit, which you get 4 wraps that you can sell, and then you can put that back into your auto ships each month, and just make sure you're getting wraps, at least 1 box of wraps. That way you can sell and keep money put back for your auto ship, so you're never paying out of pocket. Or any products you can sell for retail to do the same thing. But you want to be a product of the product, for one. Everybody is going to trust you so much more. And if you don't need to lose weight and you're just not wanting to try the wraps and you want to try defining gel, or you want to try the skincare or ProFit or the greens, anything, you can try other things and have testimonies. But when you have a personal testimony from at least one of the products, people are going to believe in you more because you're going to be excited about those products. Another reason is, I heard this, I think it was from Jocelyn or Jade or somebody, but you wouldn't have hot dogs or you wouldn't have a hot dog stand and not have hot dogs. Sorry, I messed that up totally. But just like with the wraps, you don't want to have a wrap business and never have wraps. It's going to be embarrassing if somebody messages you and says, hey, I want to get 2 wraps. Of course, you're going to talk to them about being a loyal customer. But some people just don't want to do it. They want it then, right then, and they're local and they're ready to wrap right then, and you could make $50 cash. But if you don't have any wraps on hand, you're going to have to say, well, sorry, I don't have any. And then they're going to go find that next distributor that does, and they're going to end up becoming their loyal customer or distributor eventually. I've had this happen when I first started my business, and I just felt like I couldn't afford this because I was so broke. If you guys have heard my story, which I'll share another time, but I was very, very broke when I started. And not running my auto ship 2 different times caused me to not get paid. And if you know my story at all, you know that It Works was the only income I had coming in at the time. So we literally could not pay certain bills because I thought I had enough BV to be commission qualified, which is 150 personal bonus volume you can have to still get paid if you don't run your auto ship. But I had a return at the very end of the month that I could not get fixed. I couldn't get another loyal customer to cover it in time. And it happened 2 different times. It happened in October and December, not this past October and December, the one before that. And after that, I realized never, ever again can I let not running an auto ship hurt me like that. Not when you're serious about having a business that's going to change your life. You have to take it serious. So if you're making commission and you're getting paid that 15th, you need to run your auto ship the 16th or the 15th or whatever right after and use that commission to run your auto ship. So don't pocket any money until you're making past the amount of your auto ship. That's how you're going to keep your business going. I've seen so many people just, there's been double diamonds, triple diamonds that literally thought they were okay and did not run an auto ship and they lost it. Sounds crazy, but it's happened. So definitely put your auto ship on and we can help you. You can change the dates if you need to. You have up till the 25th to do that. So in your eSuite, you're going to want to do your auto ship. You're going to want to look into the training, write your ID down and your website down and put it somewhere that you can find it very easily so you can give it to customers when they need it and just kind of get familiar with it. Now with the website, I'm not going to go all the way into the GoDaddy because it gets confusing and people are going to have a lot of questions. If you don't have a GoDaddy site, a link mass to your It Works site so you can post on Facebook and Instagram, ask your upline and they can help you. But you can do that. Instagram and Facebook will not allow us to put our regular It Works website on there. And this, it can cause problems. Most people just put like a space by the .com or something to make it easier. But if you want it to look more professional and have a link, you can get a domain from GoDaddy and you can mask it to your It Works website. And that way it will take you right to the It Works website, but you can post it on your social medias. You just don't want to have things in your name like they're starting to block even the GoDaddy ones if you have things like rap in there, stuff to do with weight loss. A lot of people say try to use your name or come up with something that's just not going to be like, oh, that's a weight loss website, because then they're starting to filter through a lot of them and find them and they're blocking those too. So try to be careful. If you already have your website made and it's working for you, great. If it becomes blocked at some time, you may have to do it again and do another one. So just watch out for that. If you ever have problems and you can't post on Facebook or Instagram with your link, it may be because it got blocked. Does anyone have, like Lauren, Ashlyn, Danielle, anyone have anything on the GoDaddy that I'm forgetting?
So you did say that you can't, that they're not really working. So did you say to put it on a picture to send it?
No, I say I don't like doing that either. I said they'll work if you just use like your name. You just don't want to use things with rap or weight loss or It Works in your actual website name.
Right. So okay, I got you. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. What was next? So I already lost it. Hold on. Sorry, hold on one second. Okay, so setting up your GoDaddy domain. My computer's being slow. Okay. Now, also documents in the tabs in your eSuite are really awesome. They have the product information in there. It has your charts, all types of information in there. Loyal customer order forms, distributor order forms. Just definitely go through that and you can print things off. Some people will print off a product info sheet for the products and put it in a binder so you can have it like right there with you when you go to parties, or just so you're not having to look up stuff. Now, the product coach is what I use. I've never really printed the information off just because I can go to the website and look at the ingredients if I ever need to. But the product coach has a lot of questions on there. I don't know if it's productcoach.com. I can't even remember, but just go to Google and do It Works Product Coach and it'll come right up. And if you have questions about certain products, like how much caffeine's in products, just little things like that are all on that product coach. It's really good.
myitworksproductcoach.com.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. And then the groups. The groups are important because you're going to see tons of information. Now, we are using, our team specifically is using the chats more, and we are doing this because we're trying to keep everybody conversating and connecting with each other and sharing what works with them. So you're not having to like scroll through the groups all the time and look for all the information, and you can just ask it in a chat, in your chat that you're in. Now, once you hit that certain rank, say you're in the going Ruby and you become a Ruby, you'll go to the next chat, which would be going Emerald, and so on. So we've been liking the chats a lot because as leaders, it can get really overwhelming when you have so many people coming to you. So it's easier for us all to help each other out in these chats when people have questions, and we can just connect with our team better. You know, we can all talk and say what's working for us and what's not working for us and what issues we're having. So definitely stay active in these chats because it helps so much. Even if you work or go to school and you just don't have time to look at them all the time, mute the notifications while you're busy during the day. And when you come home, just scroll through it and see what you missed. Or if there's just a lot of information in it and you have like 63 notifications from that chat, say, hey, did I miss anything important? And somebody will fill you in. Aiming for Ambassador has a lot of good information, has a lot of good files. So does our Team Fearless. Go look in the files. There's tons of info in there. Also, the Dropbox is pinned in Team Fearless, has really, really, really good information. I mean, it literally has posts that tell you exactly what you can post for every single day in there. So that has really good information. Before and afters, you're going to find on any of us leaders' Facebooks or Instagram, because, you know, we're going to tell you guys about posting and being consistent with it, but you'll see that we always post. So you can find stuff we use to get examples. You can use the Dropbox to get before and afters. You can, Aiming for Ambassador has tons of before and afters in there as well.
I was gonna say one thing before I forget.
Okay, go ahead.
Do not share other distributors' posts if you're brand new, because a lot of people, you have no idea. Like, y'all have no idea. We tell you to copy our stuff, and then you share it. Like, you have no idea that that could be hurting you in the end, because instead of them going with you just because they know you, they may go with whomever you know, if you shared my post, they could click on my stuff, and then they could contact me and sign under me, and I would have absolutely no idea that they were, you know, friends with you or came through you or whatever. So just don't ever directly share from anybody, even if it's your enroller or your teammate. Just copy and paste the same thing.
Yeah. Now, if it's something like maybe I shared a picture the other day of something from my time hop that was showing like I was almost a diamond last year.
Yeah. That's different. I'm talking about like before and after.
Right. Yeah. But
Sorry.
if it's something like you want to be like, oh, look at what my upline just shared, and it's like they're part of their story, they were showing something like that, motivation. But definitely, like Lauren saying, before and after pictures or even success stories and things like that, you want it to come from you and not somebody else, because they might be like, well, they really don't know what they're talking about, they're just sharing this other distributor's post, and click on that distributor's post. Even if it's your friend or family, they might want to feel like they're going with the person that knows what they're talking about. So try not to share just, you know, the post. That's good. That is really good. I'm glad you brought that up. If you need pictures, ask in the chat and we can send them. If you're like, hey, I have a potential that wants to see stretch marks, ask us. Somebody will have something. Launch party. Well, who was doing parties? Lauren, were you? Somebody?
I think it was like a joint.
Okay. Whoever wants to talk about have a
I
launch
think we
party.
should talk about it. I think that any new distributor that you sign up, and if you're a new distributor and you're in your first 2 weeks, you should definitely be proactive with finding a date and a time that works best in your schedule. What days do you guys recommend the most for wrap parties? Wasn't it, we talked about it being like Friday nights and maybe Sunday evenings or Sunday afternoons? Those are
the wrap parties. I mean, I've had successful ones anytime during the weekend, but the Friday night, the last one I did, for Amy, I don't know if she's on, but that was a really, really good turnout. And I've heard from some other leaders doing them during the evening, nighttime, like a Thursday or Friday night. They just seem to get more people than the weekend, because that's usually when people are with their kids doing their kids stuff. So the evening time did seem like it was better. We did it at 7 o'clock Friday night, and it lasted till like 9 o'clock because there was about, I guess 13 or 14 people, something like that there, but it was a good turnout doing it.
You did it at a fire station, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can do these anywhere. They don't have to be in your home. They could be at your mom's house. They could be at your friend's house. They could be at your church. Like, they can be anywhere.
Yeah, and you can even, like, of course, having a launch party, but like when I moved back to Statesville, we've been talking about, I have a local team of, it's probably like 20, 25 people now. And I want to start doing like not launch parties, but just wrap parties where we get all together and just bring our potentials and do them. And if you start building a local team, you can do that too. And just maybe every Thursday or every Friday or every other, or once a month or something, just start having like wrap parties. And you don't have to do it with your team. You can do it yourself and just post on Facebook and say, I have these local wrap parties. Anybody that wants to come can. I'll message you the info, or just have a set time each month you do them, and they'll grow and they'll start growing eventually. But parties are awesome because you can have people right there in front of you talking to them and showing them how these products work. And don't be scared if you have never done one. Most people haven't. You can, first of all, you can always Zoom one of your leaders. Most of us are available to do a wrap party for you, and we can do it right here on Zoom. Or you can just go to YouTube and look up videos. There's tons and tons of, who does the really good one? Is it Denise Watt or Cammie Dempsey? She has a good wrap party. Many of the leaders have good wrap party videos. So just go to It Works YouTube, look up It Works Global Wrap Party, and you'll find so many. Lauren, I see you raised your hand.
Yeah. I was wanting to ask, being on the subject with parties, has anyone reached out to their local spas and offered to the manager something like, hey, I'll do a complimentary wrap party or wrap class to try to see if you're interested in having this product in your salon or spa? Has anybody done that yet?
Yeah, that is a very good idea. I haven't, it's been on my list to do it for the spas. I did it with hair salons and reached out to a whole bunch of them that were local. Was it last year, Lauren? 2 years when we first started? Something like that. And we actually ended up having like a studio and a hair salon for a few months and had local people come and wrap and everything. But yeah, reaching out to hair salons, nail salons, spas, anything like that, that is awesome. Putting lead boxes in these places to get information and just say, actually, Danielle, tell about the lead boxes because you have a good one.
Look, this is the one Danielle made.
Oh, Lauren has one too.
She gave it to me. Isn't it pretty?
Yes, it is. I need to make them. I've said that for two years. Seriously.
And if you do talk to people like business owners, like small, not like Planet Fitness, but like smaller, like boxing places or like smaller karate or, physical fitness, privately owned, family owned, go in there and offer the owner a free wrap. And to be like, look, I will wrap you for free if you will let me set up a table in here one day or a wrap party with all your people that work here. And I mean, like, once they do it, they're gonna, and they get results, they're gonna be like, yeah. And then that's just another, you know, potential DT on top of getting lots of business. So that's just a couple ideas.
You think it'd be more beneficial to set up a specific wrap party with the employees first, and then start to branch that from there? Like, hey, let's pick a day on a Friday that I can come set up.
Yeah.
After you've already done the party with the employees, so they can help promote it first instead of just kind of standing there as you sort of like Girl Scout cookie stands or something like that.
Yeah, because then each person knows different people. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, just because your friend down the road it works distributor too, she knows like thousands of people that I don't know. You know what I mean? So it's like, to each their own. Like, every new person you meet brings new people into your, you know, 100s list, or whatever you want to call it. Jessica, do you have a question, sweetheart?
No, I have something to piggyback off of that. Since I've worked at salons and stuff, and we all, as women, get our hair done, if you wrap the employees or get the employees on board first, especially at salons, their customer and clientele are already trusted in them and come back to them for a reason. So by going to the employees first, it gives you that extra leg, because they're going to recommend it to their clients, and their clients are going to be like, hey, if they trust it, I know it's good. So that's what I was going to say.
You're right. That's exactly right.
And with the lead boxes, something Maria said before is, when you're going to put these lead boxes out, you can say, you know, this is for a raffle to win a free wrap. You can also say, yeah, go ahead and hand me your business cards for allowing me to leave this here, and, you know, you'll pass out their business cards as well. So doing each other a favor with the different business owners is also a way to get that there, or telling them, you know, that you want to leave this there, and it's just a raffle to win a free wrap. I put it in nail salons, tanning salons, hair salons, different restaurants. There's plenty of places that you can go, especially small businesses. And that way you can tell them, you know, give me some of your business cards so I can hand them out. And you're helping out other small businesses as well. You're a small business, you're supporting them as well.
Have you had those business owners add like anything complimentary on the back of their cards?
Oh, I haven't done that. I just left it for a raffle, and they were like, okay. But that's what Maria said on a Zoom like last week or something, which is a good idea.
Okay, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Danielle.
You're good.
What I was going to say, so if you have somebody that, let's say you go to the salon, you set up the regular parties there, or you at least set up just one, and you start to get a following there at that salon, and one of the hairdressers likes it so much they want to be a distributor, would you just then fold over that turf to them, or would you keep doing what you're doing and tell them to start branching?
Somebody's not muted. I can't hear you.
Okay. How much of that did y'all hear? You want me to start over?
Like the end part, say over.
Okay. So if you got one of those hairdressers that you were doing the classes with, and then they became a distributor, would you then say, hey, this is my turf, or now I'm folding this over to you, or handing this over to you for you to continue to help boost their new business?
I mean, if it was me, I would think if they're in that salon, then that would then be their turf, because they're going to talk to those people on a daily basis.
Okay.
You know, like, you're
That's
no
what
longer going to go in there and try and take business that they can potentially be getting from the customers and the other employees there as well. Because either way, it's your team. You want to be there with them, like on their side, but let them get that business themselves.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Does that
what
make
I
sense?
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way I was gearing, but just wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. You can get one in with you, then you got that whole potentials right there with the customers, with the distributors, all of them. Because as soon as you get one in there, it's just going to spiral. And there's so many DTs that have been in salons that have quit their jobs at salons because of It Works. So that's a good route to go, I believe.
The very first Black Diamond ever was a salon owner. She was a salon, same thing. Owner, salon owner, whatever.
Yeah.
She's not even a Black Diamond anymore, but she was, and she was the very first one, and she did really well. And I think she did it pretty quickly.
Yeah, she did. Ashlyn, are you good to talk about social media some?
Sure. What do you want me to talk about?
Just like the 3-3 rule and being consistent, and then we'll just add in anything, just.
Okay. I just did a Zoom with some of my team the other day, and I was talking about the 3-3 rule, and I was talking about a video that I saw on YouTube. I wrote some notes down, but I'll just kind of go off my head, but from Sarah Neerman, and she did a really good video on the 3-3 rule. So the whole thing with the 3-3 rule is you want to post 3 before and after pictures and 3 lifestyle posts. And I was kind of going into the lifestyle posts a little bit and talking about how you don't, like, she was talking about the past, the present, and the future. So like with the past, talk about what you did before it works and what, why you joined and everything. And then for the present, she talked about with her lifestyle posts that she did, like what she's doing now that she has joined. And then for the future, where do you want to be in a year? Do you want to be diamond? Do you want to be double diamond? And talking about that, what rank you want to achieve, and saying that, I'm going to be double diamond making $6,000 in a year, next year, whatever. So that was really good. You just want to be very, what I've been doing lately is using buffer, and I usually don't because I'm at home most of the time, so I can just post throughout the day. But I found that if I'm busy and I'm gone, then I look and I'm like, oh, I didn't really post as much as I thought, that I should have. So what I've been doing is I've been scheduling them at night before I go to bed. And then throughout the day, if I want to add any, I'll just add some. And then I'm also still working my Instagram, of course. It's been kind of slower lately, but I'm still doing the 3-3 rule on there too. And Instagram's like a whole different thing. But it took me about a year and a half to get like a really good following base, and it does take time. But it can be really beneficial because I've gotten like 90% of my distributors and stuff from there. So, you want me to add anything else?
Amber, you're muted.
I was gonna say, I can't hear her.
She
pulled a me. I do that all the time.
I do this all the time too. I was wanting you to talk about it because you do well at Instagram and social media too, and you've gotten all your stuff that way. So, but yeah, following people, 3x3 rule is so important. Being consistent, always posting your before and afters. Try to do it like morning, afternoon, evening time or nighttime, because people are on social media at different times a day. So the people that are on more in the morning might not be more at the night. So you want to make sure you're showing your before and afters. And also your lifestyle posts. What Ashlyn was saying was so good, because lifestyle posts are what people want to see your journey. They want to see your excitement. They want to see what your company is going to do for you or is doing for you. And just talking about, like, I can't believe It Works is offering $1,000 Ruby bonus that you can earn in your first 2 months. Like, things, just little statuses like that you can throw in. You don't always have to have like just the best pictures to go with it. Just putting exciting statuses of what it can do for you is, it helps so much. And then, but being consistent. Make sure you're posting every single day. Make sure you're adding new people every day. If you are not getting those numbers up and adding new people daily, then it's going to take you a long time to build. Like when we talk about we were, you know, getting a big following on Instagram and things like that, like we were following, at least I was, and I know a lot of the leaders on here were following, I'd say 200 to 300 a day, if not more. I mean, there was times I used to follow even more than that. So Instagram has slowed down, or has, I don't know, I guess they limit you from doing as many followers now, and you can get blocked or your whole Instagram shut down. So you don't want to be like crazy and just follow and not engage with people. But social media can be a whole nother Zoom, and I still think we need to do like a good in-depth social media for people that really want to learn exactly how we do everything. So I don't want to get too much into it, but really being consistent. You must do 3 before and afters minimum a day, and do them at different times. Don't do just it works. Don't do back to back. You want to put things that inspire you in between it. Selfies, your kids, your pets, just anything that is motivating and happy. And another thing with social media that's a really big one is do not be negative on social media. If you have an opinion about something that you think others might not like, I used to be one of those people that would voice my opinion on like politics and certain things because I am an opinionated person. But I stopped doing that because there's always somebody that could be a potential that is watching you, and you might say something that pisses them off and they're going to be done. They're going to be like, oh, well, I'm not even going to say names because I'm really sorry, but you know, with the president stuff going on now. So, but there's always stuff that you want to be negative on, or you might see somebody posting about something and you just want to say something, but just don't do it. Don't do it on social media. You want to be happy and uplifting to people. Everybody's laughing. Are you guys laughing at the chat or me? Oh my gosh, a tree. I'm not even getting into that chat. But I'm getting distracted. Okay. So social media, sorry guys. Don't be negative, post, be consistent, add people every day, and engage with people. Hold on, is there somebody not muted? Okay, I muted all again. But engage with people, like people's posts, comment, I like your shirt, your hair's cute, I love that lip color, cute kids, just simple little comments that make people feel good. People are going to like that. And there's so many statistics we could get into about the more you engage and get the algorithms up on your Facebook and Instagram, the more you're going to have people watching your stuff. But definitely, yeah, comments are so important. The more I've commented, I get so much more feedback from that. So definitely just simple things. Even if you want to just use emojis with a heart face or something, whatever. But if you're commenting, you're engaging with people, you're opening up the algorithm so more people see your post. We will do more social media. Probably this week we'll come up with a day that we do just a social media in-depth Zoom, because there's so many things that we could get into. But just know, be consistent and do those things we said. Does anyone have any questions now before we get into anything else? At all? Anybody? Being discouraged? Yeah, let's get into that, because we basically went over the basics. And if you guys have questions at all, remember to go to your upline. But it's all about reaching those numbers and talking to as many people as you can and sharing what we have to offer. I mean, we have these amazing products that have changed people's lives, not just from the weight loss, many different things, from horrible illnesses. I mean, just so many different things. For me personally, I lost a lot of weight with I'm on my second challenge with my second or third kid, losing my weight. So it's incredible what the products can do, but the opportunity is life-changing, and you shouldn't want to hold that back from anybody. You want to talk to everybody you can about this. So being discouraged, does anybody want to talk about that, or do you guys want me to do it, or what?
I wanted to add something real quick about the posting, just real quick. Buffer and Hootsuite, I know a lot of you have maybe heard of that, or if you haven't, it's to schedule posts for people that are working, if you know you're going to be busy, things like that. Some people don't know how to use it. As to your upline, there was actually a girl on one of my Zooms this week that didn't know how to use it. And like you said, you in a whole nother Zoom with social media, I think we can add that in to go through how to use those apps, because those, for people that are busy, for people that are working, you can sit down for 20 minutes at night and you can upload different posts throughout the day using these apps. I mean, even if you wanted to schedule apps for while you're sleeping in the middle of the night, you can do that too. There's still people up in the middle of the night as well. And then consistency, you're going to hear that a lot, but you may not really, for new distributors, you may not really understand how important consistency is. If you're using social media to build your business, like the saying goes, if your mouth is closed, your business is closed. If you're not consistent posting on social media, people are going to wonder whether or not you're still in this business. Do not let people question whether or not you are still in this business. Be consistent daily. People are going to watch you, whether they're liking your stuff, commenting on your stuff. They are watching you. I promise you that. People are going to start reaching out to you that you had no clue would ever be interested in the products or the opportunity. Being consistent is extremely important. Every single day, do something for your business, whether you have an hour or you have 10 hours. Do something for your business, because it's going to pay off in the long run. That's all I wanted to say about that.
Okay. Yes. Very, very important. Okay. Being discouraged. Like I said earlier, everybody goes through things in their life that they're discouraged about. People go through hard times, negativity of people telling you those products don't work, or I didn't make any money with it. You know, there's certain people that might have joined before and they didn't do well. You're going to hear everything, crazy stories. I've heard it all, it seems. And then they just keep coming. So it's going to happen because you're doing something good for yourself. So you always have the enemy trying to shoot you down. You're always going to have that. But you have to learn to overcome it, because you can just, the benefits from it that you're going to get if you do keep pushing forward are incredible. I'm just going to tell, because there's a lot of faces I don't even know on here, a little bit about what I went through so you can realize that there is a lot that can happen with hard times and negativity. When I first started, I was a manager for GNC, but I was on maternity leave, and I had either, okay, I go back to work and we don't know how to pay for childcare for 2 kids. We wouldn't have been able to. I mean, it was just ridiculous for kids going to daycare anyways, and I'm sure some of you guys know that. And then me working 50 and 60 hours because I was a general manager of GNC, so I wasn't home. I missed out so much. So I was wanting to lose weight as well, and I came across this wrap on Facebook, and I won a contest, and she sent me the wrap. And I tried it, and I lost 2 inches with my first one. And I was really, really excited. And she sent me a little information about, you know, if you want to become a loyal customer, you can. But if you want to become a distributor, you can make money and use the products. So I kind of just went with a leap of faith. I didn't have the money to sign up. And I realized, like, hey, maybe this is my sign. I don't want to go back to work. I want to be home with my kids. I'm going to just run with it and see what happens. So I joined while I was on maternity leave, because if I wasn't going to do well within a couple weeks and see anything from it, I was going to go back to work. That was kind of my mindset. Like, if nothing happens in a few weeks, I'm going back. But if I grow at all and I feel like there's something with this, that I'm not. And that's how we did it. It was rough. It was rough at first because I I built to Ruby within like a month and a half. So that was great. But what was rough for me after that is when everyone started quitting under me. The only person I had still going was Lauren. She signed up a couple months after me, and she's been in it, is still here, obviously, been in it with me the whole time. And, you know, we went through a lot of struggles. We both didn't have money. We were just going through a lot of different things. I went through not knowing how to pay bills. Matt lost his job during the time. Just a lot of bad stuff kept happening. I even went through having a miscarriage right before I went to conference, the first conference. And it was just really hard, and everything negative was being thrown at me, and it just made me question, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this even going to do anything for me? But then I would hear these success stories about people having it 10 times worse than me that were making thousands of dollars. And I just kept telling myself, if they can do it, I can do it. Like, why is anybody better than me? And I just kept that in my mind. Now, there was times that I would say, well, I can't do it. And I would just have like bad days. But The Secret was the one thing that really kept me going. If you've never seen The Secret, get it on Netflix, Amazon Prime. There's books. The Secret is awesome. It talks about the law of attraction. If you believe in yourself, and that is what took me a very long time. It took me 14 months to go diamond. My first conference 2 Januaries ago was what really did it for me. That's when I kind of started watching The Secret, when Jamie gave us a video. But learning that I'm worth more than what my life had been, you know, thrown at me, just all this bad stuff, and that if they could do it, I could do it. And I just needed to believe in myself. It took me a long time to do self-development. I came from a really rough childhood. I went through just a lot of bad crap, okay? And I didn't know if this is something I could do. I didn't know if I had the inside of me to believe in myself that I could do it. I know I could work hard, but I didn't know if this is something that I could really, you know, help change people's lives and be that positive person. So, I love you too, Jessica. But so I decided I was just going to run with it and see what happens. And I started doing self-development, reading books, watching The Secret. And I watched The Secret 2 to 3 times a week. As soon as I started having just a really bad day, I'd put The Secret on. I struggle with everybody has stress, but I do get depressed and have anxiety issues that I've never actually gotten help for until recently. So The Secret really, really, really helped that for a long time. Like, I would just have to put that on. I still watch it usually once a week. So that's a big one. There's so many books. How to Be a Badass, you'll hear a lot of us talk about because we love it. It's such a really, really, really good book. And it's really like, it keeps you, she's just really funny in that book. So it keeps you wanting to read it. There's many. John Maxwell has a lot of them. If anybody has any good books they're reading now that are good for self-development, will you put them in the chat so people can see that?
I'm listening. I get audios from the public library, and they're free. So you don't even have to pay for them. Because like Amber said, we struggled with money a lot. And I cried a lot. I'm a single mom. So this was like my way out of, like, I had $30,000 of student debt. You know, I had all these insurance licenses, and I was like, I thought I was all educated, but I didn't have anything to show for it, and just other than a bunch of debt. So when I found this, like, I was negative, I worried 24/7, and The Secret is what taught me that, because I kept wondering, why am I not progressing in my life? Like, why am I so stuck? And it was because all I ever did was worry. Even though I had a smile on my face and I tried to act like I was positive all the time, I still was worried about every little thing around me. And I don't know if it's just because like it's like the OCD in me or the whatever. I don't know if it's just like me just because a lot of bad stuff had happened to me my whole life. So it was almost like I was waiting on the next bad thing to happen. But then when I got that crap out of my mind and started just thinking positive 24/7 and not letting excuses get in my way and not blaming anybody for like where I was. And I took full ownership of where I was in my life. And I said, I got myself here and I'm going to get myself out. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm going to continue to do until I get to where I want to be and I can give my daughter the life that she deserves. Because, and I know we can all do that with this business. Like we can.
Yeah, anybody can. I mean, like I was saying, I went to conference 2 Januaries ago, and I was a Ruby getting executive pay, and by April, a couple months later, during this busy time, I went diamond and earned the $10,000 bonus. And then a couple months later, during the summer, I mean, things just kept going. I just kept talking to as many people as I could, and I just kept telling myself, like, I am a diamond. I am a double diamond. I am that. Now I'm saying triple because I'm that close to triple now, and I'm going to keep saying it until I get black diamond, and then I'm going to keep going. Like, I'm never going to stop. This is something I'm always going to do, and I know I'm always going to do it. I've been in over 2 years. It's our life. It's changed everything from losing everything to, I mean, when I talk about losing everything, like, I had always worked and Matt had worked until he lost his job. So it wasn't that we weren't working. We worked hard. We just could not, we struggled. Everybody struggles at some point in their life. And I mean, there was the year I had joined, there was a Christmas that I couldn't even afford for my kids. And it was the first time I had ever really been through that, where it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do Christmas for my children. And it killed me. And I had help from somebody from our team. I'm not going to tell the whole story like that, but it was just, that's when I realized my life was meant to be with It Works, because somebody that I had never even met through It Works helped me do Christmas for my children. And if they could do that after they were working multiple jobs and had no money when they first started as well, then I could do it too. And I was going to give back to people one day too. And that's just something I strive for, and that's what I want to do. And I love to help people, and it's just my passion. And anybody that's going through these struggles, like, I tell you guys about it and I talk about my story a lot because I want people to relate to it, because I know there's people going through some of the same things I've went through. And there might be people that maybe you don't have that story where you need money, but I guarantee you want freedom of your time. If you don't need money, which I'm sure everybody can use extra money, but even if you live well off and money isn't a big issue, I know time with your kids or time with your husband or time for yourself to travel the world or do whatever you want. I mean, look at Jocelyn and her husband, how young they are. If you guys don't know, I'm talking about Jocelyn Yates. She does a lot of periscopes. How old is she? I know she's really young. 22? Yeah, 22. And she is traveling. She travels the world. Where were they, in Paris or wherever they were for like a couple weeks a while ago? I mean, they've just things that people would never get to do. And It Works has been able to do that for them. Like, yes, time, the freedom of time and doing just whatever you want. You don't have to wake up to that alarm clock. That is what it's about. And it's just crazy that, like, right now I'm going for triple. We're going for 70,000 in bonuses. If we can get Matt diamond and double, I don't want to say if, when we get there, we could be getting 100,000 in bonuses. It's just crazy what can happen. Sorry, the baby's crying. Lauren, you're on. Lauren, mute.
See, told you, do all the time. Joel Osteen. Yes, I think at least 10 of us share a Joel Osteen quote like per day. Like, I swear. And I don't know if y'all are in Susie's inspiration, that inspirational group that Susie does where she puts those prayers every day. Those really, really get to me. If any of y'all are like to pray and need that sort of, like prayer-based group, or you need people to pray for you, or you need, ideas of what to pray for and stuff like that, or just like to get motivated, like to get inspired or whatever, and to find your spirituality or whatever, tell your leader and have us add you to that group, because I look forward to those every day.
Yeah, me too. Whoa.
Stormy, do you have a question?
Yes, Rachel Williamson is awesome. I love her.
Stormy, you have put like a million question marks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was playing around trying to figure out what each button did.
Oh, okay.
Danielle, look at your downline orders. I think she's on here. Allie, you just got a huge loyal customer. That is awesome.
What do you want me to do?
I was just showing you the order Allie got was really big, and I'm proud of you. You're doing really good, Allie. Okay, sorry. I tell you guys, I get sidetracked like crazy. But yeah, just keep pushing and keep going, and don't let that negativity or them hard times bring you down, because anybody can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. That's how I had to think, and that's how you should think, because there's nobody, all of us on here come from different backgrounds. We all do. We all have different occupations, different lifestyles, and many of us have been successful, or we were like you and we were just starting, and you will become successful if you believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, go to an upline and say, I'm struggling with self-development. I need some help. I need some inspiration. And we can give you that. We can show you what worked for us, and we can guide you. So really try to connect. And if it's not an upline and it's a sideline or whoever, just reach out to people. I had to do that. My sponsor quit. Like, if you only knew that story, she did not know anything. And she's one of Maria's good friends. She just wasn't good at the business. Not that she wasn't good. She could be good if she tried, but she didn't. And she quit. So I reached out to Maria. Yeah, go ahead, Ashley. I'm sorry. You can just cut me off anytime.
Oh, no, it's okay. I just wanted to talk about Jade Hooper for a minute, because when she started, her upline did not, she didn't have an upline or whatever. So she just watched videos and she just looked up everything, which is why I try to tell, like, a lot of my new girls, like, you can look up videos or whatever, if nobody's around and nobody's answering or whatever. That really helps. I know me personally, when I started, and like, I didn't do anything for probably almost a year when I joined. And then after, like, I don't know, I would say like the next year, I really started to do stuff. But yeah, you don't always have to, and she's, top 10 enroller now. So, not enroller, but in the company. So, you don't have to have your upline at all. So I just wanted to say that.
Sorry, I was on mute again. Yes, that is so, yeah, I remember hearing her story too. Like, well, we all love Jade. We love Jade so much. She's awesome. That's one to follow on YouTube and Periscope, guys, Jade Hooper. She has so many videos that are amazing. But does anybody have any questions about anything? I know it's getting late. I have a million messages to get to. And the baby's going to need to eat soon, so I don't want to have to like stop in the middle of talking. So if you guys have any questions, just put them in chat or go ahead and talk. I'll shut up now so you guys can get in your words. Or if you have something to add.
Danielle, Can you send me instructions on how you did your lead box? Because a few of us have an event on Sunday, and I've got to make a lead box, and I want to make sure I do it correctly.
Why don't I just bring the one I have?
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
printouts. I
Can
have
I have the instructions anyways? Too.
I can tell you the instructions in about a minute.
Okay.
So that little green box, that box was bought at Walmart for like 47 cents.
Oh, I love Walmart.
And then this was just an extra piece of cardboard, and this is green duct tape. Just
Okay,
duct
cool.
tape it all up.
Cool beans, Dean. I can do that.
Cards, black construction paper. This was printed out from the computer, printed out, and then a bunch of little diamond gems from Walmart. And I actually was at Toys R Us, and I got this huge pack of gems for like $3. I was so excited about it. But just all these little diamond gems, construction paper, blitz cards, and tape. That's all it is.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Thank
My
you.
husband can whip these things up fast. Shit. He made a lot of these.
Yeah, I wouldn't
What?
trust Jordan to do that, so I'll do that on my own.
Don't you have a specific thing that you print off to like and you cut?
Yeah, I have the
Little
file.
pieces of paper.
I have the file saved. I can send that where you can just print them out and cut them. And it has, like, if you're interested, it has name, email, phone number. If you're interested in losing weight, toning your body, I think it says losing weight and toning your body. If you're interested in a wrap party, or if you're interested in making money full or part time.
Amber, is that what you sent me to print off? Okay,
Yeah.
then I have that. Thank you.
Yeah. It's in the Team Fearless too, right?
The one that I did, I actually tweaked from Team Fearless, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
The one that we had at the Bridal Expo, I actually did a little different.
You found one, Ashlyn, was that you I seen so cool? That would spin you got from Walmart? That's cool.
Yeah, it was like a couple years ago when Jamie was doing the contests on the boxes, you know, and you had to take a picture or whatever. And I got it from Walmart, and it, like, I could put pictures inside on each side. And then my boyfriend made like something to go like on the back side of it so that you could put cards like on the top part. And then it like spun around. I don't even remember. It was like, I forget what section of Walmart it was in, but in that little crafty area.
I'm gonna look around. That sounds pretty nifty.
Yeah, I know Staples has some like plastic ones, like where you have like the ticket things, but those are like $30.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm not-
Well, if nobody has any questions, I really have a lot of work to do tonight. So I love you all. I'm here anytime anybody wants to reach out. Even if I'm not your direct upline, you know, you can reach out to me. I don't mind. But just reach out to your uplines. We're all here for you, and we'll do more Zooms, of course. You know, we will. We have them a lot. So the next one, I think we should definitely do social media, though. All right. Bye, guys.
Make a to-do list. Make a to-do list every day.
Good
Saves
one.
my life. Saves
Yeah.
my life.
Bye, guys.